Aloha, Aina la. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. While we're waiting for others to get in and get comfortable, it's a good time to grab anything that you might want to get situated. Maybe it's a glass of water or a cup of tea. Maybe it's even a blankie. I'm joining you here today from the beautiful HIR Wellness Studios or dance studio at the HIR Wellness Institute. We also have our one of our intern therapists and just an all around amazing person. Her name is Odessa. She is here with us as well. So when you see the Her Wellness Institute commenting, that is Odessa. I don't believe that I can see comments. However, if you do, have any comments, Odessa is one of our therapists. She is here for you. She can respond to you. So I want to say, welcome, relatives. It is so wonderful to be here with you again. Normally, when I see you, it is on our Monday through Friday 8 a.m. posts, which are wonderful. They are focused on reflections and resilience and setting our intentions for the day with wellness and self-care. When we meet on Thursdays at 4 p.m., we always are, of course, reflecting and focusing on wellness, but this time it's a little bit different than we do in the mornings. This time we really focus on two important things. One is our culture, our customs, and our ancestral traditions, and the other focus is on land. Land is a way of healing. Land as a way that we see our environment as Indigenous people, or really anyone from any color of the rainbow, but really to bring attention to how we can connect to the land as a way of wellness. Um, I want to also take a moment to welcome all of our relatives here who are new to these videos. If you are new to these videos, I want to know that you are welcome here. This is a place where we're so happy to see you. And this is a place where we really can honor who you are. We can take the time together to honor our own ancestry, regardless of where we're from, what tribe or chiefdom we are from, or what our spiritual beliefs are in our ancestral teachings. It is all here important. It is very important. And it's a beautiful way to focus on our healing. So today I wanted to share with you, we are in our dance studio here at the Her Wellness Institute. I did want to share a few things. I do have my conch with me and I do want to chant. I want to share some of my ancestral teachings. I not only have my conch shell, but I also have one of my most favorite things, my Ipu Heke gourd. Um, Earlier this week when one of my co-workers and a very amazing person, Xavier Smart and we meet with our elders on Tuesdays. And we met with our elders, and the topic of conversation for our mental health and wellness piece, our focus was on chant. And it really was a beautiful topic of conversation. It was a beautiful conversation we had with our elders. And so I do want to chant for you. But before we get started in that, please do, relatives, if you're here and you're watching and you want to share, do share your ancestry. Do share what tribe you're from. We can honor that. Share maybe where you're from if you want to talk about the land space that you're in. Um, you can do any sort of shout out to your culture. So please feel free to do so. Also, I want to say too, I have been having issues with seeing comments. I don't know why, Facebook, just for a couple of weeks. So what I'm going to do is I am going to pull up my cell phone. So if you see me looking down a lot, it's because I'm pulling up my cell phone so I can hopefully see the comments that you guys have. But I also want to say, and I want to remind you, if I'm unable to see your comments, we do have Odessa who's more than happy to comment with you. Oh, it looks like I might be able to see him. Let me see here. Did I get lucky enough to see the comments? Yes, I can see comments. Okay, so relatives, I can see your comments. Please do feel free to comment. I am more than happy to engage with you. And we can really make this what our founder and CEO Leah Denny termed and coined as community activated medicine. And that means that the people are the medicine. That means all of us can engage together in this circle of care, in this circle of community. We're just honoring who we are and leaning into each other, having an open dialogue, uh, a dialogue of respect, a dialogue of inclusion. It's very, very good for our spirits. So I'm going to go ahead and sit up, get situated here. So I have with me my ipu heke, which I showed you earlier. Um, It's a double chambered gourd. And what's really, really cool about this instrument is being Native Hawaiian. When we talk about chanters and we talk about our culture as being hula dancers, this is a very important instrument. And so when I share my culture with you, when I chant with you today, I'm doing two things. Not only are we honoring our ancestry and our cultural traditions, but also chanting has a really positive effect on the mind and the body. It really is a grounding tool, and oftentimes we use grounding tools for wellness, like our deep breathing. When we deep breathe, it really does help to slow our heart rate. It helps to calm the mind and center the body, bring us back to our center. But also, what it helps us do when the mind is still, the spirit has the opportunity to speak, to be still, and to expand in a way that we don't often get afforded when we're living here in our Western worlds, right? We're so cognitively focused. We're so focused on the day to day tasks we need to do. We're focused on our obligations. But when we connect to our ancestry and when we connect to our culture, it allows the mind to stop overdoing its job and allows us to come back to the heart. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and do some chants for you. I'm going to start by blowing the conch. Even the sound of it, the conch is quite beautiful. And I'll show you here. Isn't that beautiful? In Hawaii, in our language, we call this pu. I'm going to blow the conch 4 times, and then I'm going to chant. Once I chant, I'm also going to do my gourd drum. Now, when I'm drumming, I typically it would be ideal to have a hula dancer here. A dancer is the expression, the physical manifestation of the spoken word, of the intention of the mele or the song. So I'm going to do a song called Komali o Kapo. I share it often with you because this chant talks about balance. Kamali'i means child. O Kapo means of the night. And Po is a place of peace. Po is the place that we go to or the place that we're at before we're born. And it's the place that we go to in crossing. Po is it's not a place of fear, darkness, not in darkness of fear, but darkness as in peace. Um, So this particular chant is so beautiful. Also, we're in the 4th day of the moon, at least according to the Hawaiian lunar calendar. We're in the moon called Ku'ulua, and Kulua means that we're in the 2nd day of Ku. And Ku is one of our 4 major Hawaiian gods, a god that's particularly focused on perseverance and discipline. And so that's the moon phase we're in right now. And when we are in these moon phases, it always makes me think when the land and the earth, and the sun and the moon and the stars speak to us in cycles, and it speaks to us in the way that it manipulates the ocean waves and the tides, or the way that it manipulates or encourages plants to grow a certain way, favorably for different plants at different times, then right now also the moon has that pull on us. And what that means to me, the way that I interpret it when we're in the second day or any of the cool moon days, is that when we're focused on self care and wellness, these are the days where we can really strive to do those things of wellness and self care that aren't always the easiest. The best example I always use, if I'm in a cool moon, wellness might look like going to the dentist. It's not fun. It might be difficult. It might not even feel good at first, but it's for our better good. So that's what the cool moons are like. Some days, wellness and self care can look very pleasurable, like a nap, or laughter with friends, or taking deep breaths outside in the fresh air. But these cool moons, the moons that we're in now, are for days that we can really focus on care that can sometimes be difficult, that needs some extra intention, needs some extra energy. Balance is the key. I'm going to now chant. The chant that I want to do right now is called Kunihikamona. It means steep standing, the cliff. Earlier this week, and right now, even the Unity Fire is burning here at the Wigma campus. Right now, and for 4 days, the firekeepers have been out day and night, blessing the water, the pipe ceremonies, and people have been coming to lay tobacco and pray. It's a beautiful thing. And on Monday, we honored women at the Unity Fire, and we honored the earth. And we honored our MMIW, our missing and murdered Indigenous women, girls, LGBTQ, our boys. And so the chant that I'm going to do before I do this balance chant, is really a rite of passage chant. It's a chant that declares that we will enter even in the face of adversity and that we will move forward. This chant was uttered by one of our goddesses, Hiaki Kapoliopele, our fire goddess's youngest sister. And after I chant this, I will do the moon chant. The chant, sorry, not the moon chant, Kamalio Kapo, which is a chant not only about darkness, but also about light. Not only about day, but also about night. This chant honors not only the Earth Mother, but also the Sky Father. This chant honors that what is above is also below. This chant honors not only the Creator, but also the human spirit that was able to receive the message. This chant also honors sometimes the tragic losses that we have, and sometimes it honors also that sometimes we have to sacrifice in order for the greater good to happen. And finally, in the last verse of this chant, it honors not only the ancestors who came before us, but the ancestors who come after us. Kunihi kamona ikala ie. Oi ale ale la ua. Hukia e lai ka lani. Ka papa uai o kuai kini. A lai a e lai no no na lo ka ipu haa. Ka laula mau ka o ka pae. Mai pai ka leo. He ole ka hea mai Ai, au hea wale oe kamali o kapo. Au hea wale oe kamali o kapo. Ei au ia, kamali o ke awa ke a kalani. Papa ka hunua, no ka luna ko luna, no ka lalo ko lalo Au hea wale oe kamali o kapo e a hoki o. Kamali o ke awa ke a kalani. Papa ka hunua, no ka luna ko luna, no ka lalo ko lalo Au hea wale oe kamali o kapo e a hoki o. Kamali o ke ao ko ke akua. Ha'i ia mia, ko li haula. Ha'i kupua Au hea wale oe kamali o kapo e a hoki o. Kamali o ke ao ko ke akua. Ha'i ia mia, ko li haula. Ha'i kupua Au hea wale oe kamali o kapo e a hoki o. Kamali o ke ahoa kukalani. Ka wahine, haloa ke kano, haloa ke kanaka Au hea wale oe kamali o kapo e a hoki o. Kamali o ke ahoa kukalani. Ka wahine, haloa ke kano, haloa ke kanaka Au hea wale oe kamali o kapo e a hoki o. Kamali a go ke o aia ia oe. Ka paupu i waina, ai hea ai ka po'o, ai hea ai pihi ue. Au hea wale oe kamali o kapo e a hoki o. Kamali o ke o aia ia oe. Ka paupu i waina, ai hea ai ka po'o, ai hea ai pihi ue. Ai ala, ai ala, ahie, ahie. He noa no, kamali o kapo. That's how I like to honor my culture and my ancestry. And if you care to share, please do in the comment section. I can actually see the comments. Do let me know how you honor your culture and your ancestry. One of the beautiful things that I've been thinking about a lot since talking to our elders this week, and also just seeing the responsibility that a lot of our young children, I get to also work with our youth, the girls of our youth, here through our Daughters of Tradition. It makes me think that we have all our elders, and we have our children, and we have us adults, and how the cycle just keeps going. And when our elders are no longer there, then it's going to be our turn to be the elders. And our children that we pass on our traditions, our knowledge, our customs, our ancestry, they're going to be taking our place one day. And it's so important to me as an Indigenous woman that I can connect to spirit in the way that I was taught by my ancestors and through my culture. And it's very, very healing. So if you care to share, please do feel free to share any of your cultural pride that you have, where you're from, your tribe, your chiefdom, your ancestry. You're always welcome here. Thursdays at 4 p.m. as we talk about culture and Aina. Aina in Hawaii means land. And the way that I feel my spirituality, how I connect to spirit, is through the land and through observing the cycles in nature and integrating that into my own wellness and integrating those cycles into how I operate as a being of light, as a being who strives to move forward in a way of self-care and healing. I want to say mahalo nui loa. Thank you so much for joining us today, relatives. Malama pono I kokino. Malama, take good care. Pono, righteously. I kokino, of your body. Before we go, there is a community survey that's linked to this video. It's completely anonymous. It asks just a few questions, and it really helps us to understand relatives how best to serve you. We are passionate about walking alongside you on your path of self-care and wellness and mental health here at the HIR Wellness Institute. And that's why we ask for the survey. It takes just a minute or two to fill out. I want to say aloha nui, big love to you all, and ohui ho aku no. We'll see you later. Aloha. Take care, relatives. Bye-bye.